In 2018, Nigeria ranked 144th out of 180 listed countries in Transparency International Corruption Perception Index. Although the government has made effort to minimize corruption through the enactment of laws and sanction of corrupt persons, many still believe corruption is a hydra headache monster that cannot be tamed. Let's hear what Nigerian thinks.
Eradicating corruption in Nigeria is possible. It's possible because the moment we make up our mind, we'll be able to do it. Because you see, Nigerians are people who want, once you set the rules and you're able to follow it, everybody will know that there's a deterrent for any wrong action. But if you make it very, very easy, and people know that you can steal, and at the end of the day, when you go to court, you just be asked to return 5% of it, and the remaining money remains yours forever. There will be no reason why people should not be indulged in corruption. So corruption is embedded in the system. So the only way we can get out of corruption, stop corruption in the country, is by making sure that anybody who steals. In fact, I even feel that there should be capital punishment for anybody who steals in this country. When they know that if you steal, you will die, then everybody will step back, and the money will be used to build the hospitals, the good road, and everything that will be good for our collective good. You get it? Like in countries that are not corrupt, you see that the teachers in private school teachers in those countries are being paid salary even though there is pandemic, because they are citizens. They are not supposed to be allowed to still continue to suffer. But in our own country, some people have not been paid since the month of March. No one kobo gets to them. Why? Because of corruption. So corruption is really the problem why things are not going well. If countries like China, Canada, and all these other countries can do the right thing, it is because they have been able to stem corruption. We are not saying it will be completely eradicated, but it will be reduced to the barest minimum.
Yes, it's possible. Why I said it's possible is corruption is personal. What you determine that is corruption is really corruption. If you can fight it within yourself, within your household, within your family, then it means you can eradicate corruption. So it will have to start with you. If personally you determine that this thing will work, definitely it will work. So you can eradicate corruption.
The fact of the matter is that you can't eliminate corruption. You can only minimize corruption. And one of such ways is the use of technology. That's one of the things that why a lot of things that we have corrupt system is that most of the systems we run are still manual. So unless we digitalize and enforce those digitalization, it's going to be difficult to minimize corruption. Religion will not minimize corruption. Sorry to let you have that.
If the people will turn to God by seeking the face of God, because it's only God that can change this country. It has changed so many countries that are worse than Nigeria when the people decided to turn to God. So that's the only solution. That's the only way out of corruption.
No, it will be difficult because even the system is corrupt. So a lot of policy we're not adhering to when it comes in terms of corruption. There is favorism and approach to which corruption is being tackled is not too appropriate. So we should be fair to ourselves. It is very difficult to eradicate corruption in Nigeria's system.
Corruption can be eradicated, even totally. It depends on our leaders from different spheres of life. If our leaders can stand firm and they ensure that what they are preaching is what they are doing, I think over time, corruption will be eradicated. When some people are preaching that corruption should go, some people are even rejoicing in it. They are happy entrenching corruption as a way to follow. While some people are saying no to corruption, others are saying yes to it. So it is it's very difficult unless when God intervene. You see, and like I've said, the only two options is when the leaders, our rulers, from all spheres of life, maintain that strictness that there should be no corruption. Then over time, others will follow suit. But there must be a strict penalty when it comes to where they are executing people. They will run away from corruption. Otherwise, I don't see how it is possible unless God Himself intervene. That's a divine means.